Yeah, it was so close, but we've been saying that a little bit too often. We have to learn from the games that we played previously. I'm really disappointed because I think in the second half, the way that the teams came back and played, those players are really disappointed because they deserve it to win that game. And I'm really frustrated. And for them, because I think they played well, they were really brave, they showed a lot of character. And at the end, to concede the goals like that, he was unlucky, really. So I'm really disappointed for my players.
What do you think the main learning is from that tonight, then?
Well, I think when we come to the place like that and play the way we played with a lot of character, that is quite really positive for the rest of the season. But at the other side, we conceded those goals on set pieces, on the second phases, and we need to work on that. And it get a time where, especially at the end of the game, we have to put our sleeve up and put our body on the lines. And we were really unlucky today. And this is the way it is. We're learning in a really harsh way, but I believe there is more to come from the teams to challenge even better.
Patrick, you've changed the style of Crystal Palace, and at this stage you must be disappointed with the results that you've had because you should have more points in the table. But how pleased have you been with the actual performances? And it's surprised you how quickly you had those performances.
I think it's just about the character of the players we have in our dressing room. They are really open to new ideas, and the way they're working every single day, that allowed me to be really demanding on them. And today, again, they show a really good togetherness, a really good team spirit. And we have to turn around those performances as a win, because it's not good enough to play well. At the end, we need to win football matches, and I want to win football matches. So I'm pleased with the process that we are putting in place, but obviously that's not enough. We need to do more, because at the end, what is important is to win games.
Patrick Vieira talking to Dave Jones and Jamie Carragher in the Sky Sports studio in the UK to take. But let's just remind ourselves of how well they played in that second half, trailing by 1-0. A mistake from Arsenal, but it was punished brilliantly for the equaliser.
Yeah, it was, yeah. And we see Ayew. I don't really think this is planned. I think he just acts off instinct. Everyone's pressing, doing their jobs. Conor Gallagher set it off, as he did everything on the night. But just there, it falls to Benteke, and it's a no-nonsense finish. He gets half a yard and he sticks it in that bottom corner, and no frills attached. We see Gabriel here. There's just a little bit of a heavy touch here from Benteke, where I think he could engage him. This next touch is quite heavy, but he decides to sort of just jockey him a little bit and gives him that yard. And like I said, no frills attached. A fantastic finish, isn't it, Righty?
It is. I think that's a little bit of a worry for us, because I think when you look at even when we look at the second goal, we'll see the same thing. We're not getting defenders looking to go and engage, because I think that he's got to get closer to him. He doesn't do it, and I think that they've done brilliantly there to go to goal. Look at Conor Gallagher has been fantastic. He's been brilliant, but the way they set this up, first time from Elise, and again, look, I think he's got to get closer to him. At no stage has Ben White closed that gap. People could say what they want, maybe the goalkeeper, whatever, but the fact is, from here, Elise, for me, came on and he looked a little bit sluggish, to be totally honest, but they were very, very much on point, Palace, in exactly doing what they're doing there, and that is catching Arsenal when they're in that mode of trying to get forward, looking up. Look at that. At no stage does that gap get smaller, so why wouldn't you shoot? I think that they totally capitalised. They've done their homework on Arsenal. They closed down the right people. They shut down the left side. Kieran Tierney didn't do anything. Pepe, very disappointing again. And once they scored, Arsenal did not take it to Palace. So Palace are a team that have come back. We've seen them come back a couple of times, and there's no way they were going to rest on their laurels. They were going to go for Arsenal, and they did, and they were unfortunate not to win today.
What about the equaliser for Arsenal from Palace's point of view?
Well, I think it's one of those. I think they had 40 corners and not scored from one this season. It was one of those nights, wasn't it? I mean, I think I can't fault their performance, to be honest, and we see it coming here. And numerous chances to clear the ball. Pepe gets a good delivery in, and first contact, second contact. I mean, I don't think you can really do anything about it. It's just fallen to Lacazette. I mean, he's not really picked up a great position. He's found a little bit of space, and for that ball to go through this many bodies here from Ben White and to land at his feet, I mean, it's just unfortunate.
I think that what you can look at there is just the striker's instinct. Watch him, he gets clouded, but watch what he does. He just goes and finds some space somewhere, and bam, that's a striker's instinct. You know what I mean? And he's taken full advantage of that. He's got himself out of the ruck because the ball might come to him. And in the end, you know, he sniffed it out. And you have to say, from his point of view, trying to get back into that team, it's brilliant for him, but you could see what it means for Patrick. It's devastating for him.
And in terms of, you said Lacazette making an impact, he probably won't like this statistic, but that's 9 Premier League goals he's scored for Arsenal as a substitute. So rather than sulking, he is coming off the bench and he is affecting games.
Well, what he's trying to do is trying to make a point that I should be playing. He is somebody that plays a different kind of striking role that Aubameyang plays. And it's very tough to get them both in the side, because if he's in the side, then Aubameyang plays out on the left, which is not his most potent position. He wants to be down the centre with those 3 guys, whether it's Saka, Edouard and Smith Rowe behind him, to give him the ball. That didn't happen too much today, but then you need someone like Lacazette who can play that role and link those 3 and maybe keep the ball in that last third area where they could keep the pressure on Palace, which didn't happen today.
Well, Alexander Lacazette is the reason Arsenal gets something out of the game, and here's what he thinks about it.
Alexandra, is that what you call the late show? Could it have been any later?
Yeah, I mean, at the end we could draw. The main thing is to avoid the lose. We wanted to win, obviously. We start well the game and don't know what's happened in the team. We stopped playing, so I think this is something we need to work for the future and to hope to come back on top of the league.
When it's so late on, what's the feeling? Is it one of elation or relief?
The relief as well for me, because it's my first goal in the season. I didn't have a lot of minutes. I know I need to work hard to gain some minutes, and I try to enjoy as much as I can when I'm on the pitch.
You see, you weren't quite sure what happened after the team took the lead, but when you came on, your purpose seemed to be to lift the crowd, to lift the energy levels. How much was that in your mind, and how much did the manager say that to you?
He told us that when we play well, the fans are with us, and obviously for the opponent is harder. So we know we need to always be on 100% to win and to have the crowd with us. So this is what I try to do today.